Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
I'm guessing my math is going to be incorrect, so if you're listening to this, yeah.
It's
new season, new intros.
New season, new intros.
New studio. Finally.
The good studio?
Original Roadcaster.
This is the good studio.
Probably some trinket. It's very comfy. I might fall asleep, actually. This couch is legit.
Yeah. This is, what was the joke someone made in a review 2 weeks ago? They were like, always coming to you from a studio that's under construction.
That's good.
This one's about 95%.
95%. I was a little behind on it. Other things got in the way, but
You can just say it. Chalmers let you down.
you know what? If you're giving me that out, even if it's not true, I'm going to take it.
It
That's
looks
right.
good in here,
He
though.
ain't here.
Like all of Chalmers' projects, what's done is good. It's what isn't done.
Yeah.
All his projects are on time until they're not.
Interesting buttons on this older Roadcaster too.
It's getting hot in here.
That's some O&R stuff.
Nelly? Oh, nice. Just
That's
a little
good.
buzzer. If you
Yeah,
guys say
that's
something off color, I'm just good. Nope. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Fair enough.
I will bet you $10,000 Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce go for Halloween as Ken and Barbie.
You were dropping this take before the show.
I guarantee it, because it will put a capstone on their relationship. In 2023, they were hot. Barbie was hot. Halloween was hot.
Halloween was hot. Yes.
Just in time to subscribe to some streaming service to be able to see Barbie now for free at home if you subscribe.
Rumor is they have a commercial together at the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
No. Already?
Yeah. This was the plan before the relationship. The marketing arc ends after the Super Bowl.
Then it's
We can
love.
break
Then the
up-
love kicks back in. Right now, do the work first.
Yeah.
Make that money.
Then you can have love.
Then have love.
That's not, I don't fully disagree with that.
She was rolling with a crew last night. Like that was a who's who.
You
If
show up with Wolverine and Deadpool.
and Blake Lively.
And Blake Lively. And Sansa was somewhere in the mix.
Who?
Sansa Stark.
Okay.
Former Miss Joe Jonas. Ted Jonas.
Oh, Sophie Turner?
Sophie Turner.
She was in the
Who did you say?
Ted Jonas. The
I'm
fourth
very
brother.
confused.
The fourth Jonas.
Oh,
we
Ted?
never. We never.
You don't get no
He didn't get the voice. He didn't get the voice.
get the voice.
What? He's the muscle.
Kind of like,
He was a collegiate wrestler.
He's Jared Stahl.
was it Cam McDavid, but that would have been mean.
Well,
Cam's got lots of marketable skills.
a great career. Well, first of all, he's the body double for Connor anytime he's traveling.
Cam's done well for himself.
Think if they,
Cam's got a good gig. Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
do you think if they snuck Cam McDavid into a road press conference, like somewhere with no media, like
You know
Anaheim?
what would be funny is if they brought Cam McDavid in gear into like the All-Star practice weekend and shit,
that'd
and he's
be so-
wearing all the McDavid gear, and people are double taking, looking, but he's got all the equipment on.
It's like, wow, Connor must be hungover.
Not good when he hits the ice because he's Cam.
Oh, a good, maybe a trick. No, you couldn't pull it on like I was gonna say, pull it on the Bakersfield Connors. Like, hey guys, Connor's coming down like for a conditioning stint, and it's Cam. And he's just like, nah.
Cam gets murdered.
And they see Cam Connor skating around. They're like, what the hell's happened to him? He's like, I feel a little tight.
Yeah, knee's not what it was before the injury.
Poor Cam.
Yeah, poor Cam.
He could
Sorry,
invent
buddy.
the artificial heart, and it would read, Connor McDavid's brother invents something.
Yes.
Connor had 4 points last night.
Yes.
Poor Cam.
I'm on a website right now that auto plays videos that they think I'll find interesting. And this one is titled Brandon Sutter, quote, finally feeling normal in return to hockey in chat with Gene Principe. Yeah,
How many days ago?
Like 17 hours ago.
yeah, that's a tough one. That is too bad, though.
That is way too bad.
The idea of Brandon Sutter
Oh,
was great.
he was exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
I hate to ask, but he's a good friend of the show. How's Sam doing? What's the situation?
Oh, he's still recovering.
Yeah, I still got the hips.
Yeah.
Jim Matheson reported he's going to probably start in Bakersfield.
Okay. And this is fine.
He's got to get some reps in. He's not ready
Go
yet.
down, do some conditioning, get the hips sorted, and come back. Is this the...
Well, we have a very tricky situation. Thank you, Evan Bouchard.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jay.
Where we can only carry 12 forwards. Can't have
Why
that
did Derek
13.
Ryan take 50K less?
Derek Ryan has earned every goddamn penny. Hey, and you know what? To be fair, Evan Bouchard at this contract is fine. It's just it ate into the whatever kind of cap space we could have had.
Fuck, you know it's hockey season again when?
No, but it's like I'm for the next 2 years, I'm fine with Evan Bouchard at 3.9 million.
Your last comment would lead me to
I know.
believe the
Well, I'm
contrary.
just saying that's circumstantial because he could have just left a few bucks on the table so we could have a 13th forward.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're not worrying enough about Evan Bouchard.
It's not Derek Ryan's fault.
You're thinking big picture. You got to think about him specifically. He's got that wonky eye. That's going to cripple him when he's older. You got to get that fixed.
His elbow looked weird in that one photo.
That's not going to be cheap to fix.
Mm-mm.
Plus, he's hella old already.
Yeah.
His best earning years are long behind him.
Yeah. So whatever you can get.
Yeah.
Well,
Take them beans off the table.
Yeah. There is something about like maximizing your earning at a certain time for your pension in some places. So that's probably a big part of it for him.
sure.
When we mock Derek Ryan for being old, interesting people show up in the comments, like livid that Derek Ryan is being made fun of in any way, shape, or form.
Probably because they're actually older than him in real life.
But it's like older women. It's interesting. I don't know. Like he's got a big audience.
It's because of the website Cougars for Derek Ryan. Very strong following.
Yeah, big website.
Big website.
Yeah.
So what? Only Derek Ryan can go to it? What entertainment do I get by going to cougarsforderekryan.com?
No, it's a chat room for Cougars who are fans of Derek Ryan.
Oh, like okay.
See, makes sense now.
Community.
Yeah.
I see.
He is old.
I do like in the sports world, right? He's 36.
I know.
And it's like, whew, about to get shot behind the barn. Like,
The joke about Derek Ryan is he's old yet productive. That's what
He's smart. That's the thing. He's got hockey IQ.
Right? Like, look, there he is, 36 years old, the pinnacle of man. And then just in regular life, like, I'm older than that. Fuck you.
do we like the way we're doing this podcast in this room right now? Do we feel this is more conversational than the other setup? Having like every corner of the room.
I'm way more relaxed.
he should be there if you want him every corner of the room.
That's
Well, that'd be Chalmers, who's not here.
It's more open and casual. You know, it's like we're sitting around. If I had a beer right now, I'd feel very content.
Oh man,
That's fair.
yes, but no.
Yeah, Monday.
But like, they're in the fridge.
Like they're right there. So like
So close.
know?
But
Maybe
no.
on Thursday.
Well, speaking of having beers, you missed out because the Century Mile racetrack on Friday night was a lot of fun.
That looked like a hoot. You guys had full access.
I also did not know how good I am at betting on the ponies. So what I feel like is the win in the playoffs on the plastic ponies geared me up to pick winners in real life.
Walk us through some of these wins. I'm jealous as hell.
Names of the horses and why you bet too.
Well,
And the odds, most
producer
importantly.
Aaron and I, we decided as a team that we were just going to bet on the dumbest names available.
Sound strategy.
As it turns out, very, very effective.
Interesting.
First bet on Goodbye, See You Later was her name. How could you not bet on a horse named Goodbye, See You Later?
Yeah, it doesn't sound dumb to me.
Are all race
Sounds
horses
fast.
one gender?
I don't know.
Good question.
Should have asked that when we were there.
Yeah.
Or are the boys and the
didn't think to
girls
ask that.
racing? Or are there girl races and boy races? Or are they all boys?
I think it's
You know
mixed
what?
gender.
I think it is.
It's a very
because you hear
progressive
him say the term filly sometimes, and I believe that denotes female horse.
I thought that was when Philadelphia.
Look at how
was
inclusive
racing each
horse
other.
racing is.
Can you Google that thing?
I will, absolutely.
What's up with them horse racers? Question mark.
But I think, I don't know how many races I was there for, probably 6. I picked the winner in probably 4 of 6.
What?
Wow.
It was special. And there were
And
times,
what was like the biggest long shot?
So there was this one where we all did a squad bet on going away to Vegas, I think was the horse's name.
Ah, yes.
So we all did a squad bet, and then probably, turn 2 or turn 3, this horse was dead last.
Come on.
So all of us were like, nah, well, going
That's
away
Vegas.
to Vegas.
Or was he resting?
Then at the turn down the stretch, made its move, pulled up to the front, a wire finish right at the end. The place went bananas. It was great.
What were the odds? You're
I don't remember what the odds were.
I had a couple of buddies on that race who had the trifecta and nailed it.
oh wow.
What's that mean?
Got 1, 2, and 3 correct in order.
The horse
In order.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I think,
Yeah, I don't remember what the odds were.
the Vegas one was like 5 or 6 to 1 himself. Like he was not the favorite.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
It
good.
was great.
What a great way though to spend a Friday or Saturday.
Man,
night.
Man, it was fun.
I swear, like every time you go, you're like, why don't I go every day of my life?
I'd never been to a horse race before. Well, I had been in Australia, but that was 100 years ago now. So this is the first time in a long time that I went. Had an absolute blast betting on the ponies. A couple dollars here, a couple dollars there, come back, a couple extra shekels in my wallet. Come on.
It's because society's much closer to being degenerate gamblers now than we were 5 years ago. So now we go to the horses. We're like, that's pretty good.
It's legit. But
it's been
even
around
then,
for
like,
so long.
so you can go and they have a buffet at Century Mile.
Yeah.
And the buffet tables all overlook the track. So you could go eat for as long as you want. Get drinks to the table. You stay there for 8 hours.
Be careful. When I was a child, I went to the horse races with my dad and grandpa, and I went to the buffet. It's a true story. And what I thought was a dish of ice cream, I took a scoop, brought it back to the table. It was whipped butter, and I had like a bite of it as a child.
It's still,
I hate
still
horse
plays.
racing.
Delish.
Oh, I'll just have a plate of butter, I suppose.
I used to have a little stigma towards it because Dad used to always go. We go to the horse races on the way to Klondike days.
So you wanted to be on the ride?
I want to be. I'm sitting there. The rides are right there, and Dad's like, "No, come more races." I'm like, But then I started doing it as an adult, and I'm like, I can see why Dad did
You're
that.
like, I'm going to do this my own.
I get that. I can't wait to do that to Crawford.
Yeah.
Plus, the ponies at the casino were good fun.
Oh, I love the plastic ponies. That is
good fun.
Yeah.
Plastic ponies are great, but then doing the same thing on real ponies.
Oh, it's better because like you're actually like yelling at an animal, and like everyone's yelling, like everyone in the building's yelling. Like
Anytime
it's more.
I've ever gambled,
It's almost
I've
like a
been
craps
God.
table, like especially if you do a squad bet.
But yelling at a little pony clacking along, and it's like all kind of fucked up. It's kind of funny.
It's great. It's the best time. But then we got into the weeds, right? We're like, oh, well, what is the jockey's record? Because that was in front of the program. So
Oh, those programs are
it is very.
so much
Kind of like reading a
information.
different language, but then once you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
But then I would look around too, like where we were sitting upstairs, and just you have people doing their own notes within the program / their own spreadsheets. Very scientific down at the pony.
There's systems.
There are systems. Bet on the dumbest name.
If you're really intense, you go down to like the barracks. What are the horse stables?
Yeah.
Pat, and they'll come and showcase them, and then you'll look at them and eye them up horse to horse.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Got a folded up newspaper and like an old cigar butt behind your ear. That filly's looking fine today.
yeah, that one's quads are bigger.
Let me see your teeth. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You know anything about the gender of horse racing? You'd be looking.
Oh, I didn't. I'll look that right
Just
now.
wondered.
But we sent Waz down to the stables.
Yes.
So I was texting him like, Waz, which horse is shitting? You know?
Yeah.
Getting lighter.
Need to make sure.
Or does that mean the
Wait.
horse is nervous?
I don't know.
Lighter horses run fast.
all champs get nervous before the game. Once the puck drops, they're locked in.
I got to ride in the pace car.
You did. Your pictures were actually hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You like pop your head out of this. They basically have like an old rundown GMC that they cut the roof off of. And
Yeah.
there's a little plastic like shell. So you like climb in and sit on a bar stool in there and watch the horses.
They are mixed races.
Is races?
Male and female horses.
Those are genders.
Or, sorry, mixed.
Well, the races are mixed.
You're so
Yeah,
progressive
mixed
you don't even
races.
see gender.
Yeah.
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 I did
Mixed
boys
gender
race
races.
girls?
Yeah. Although most races mix males and females and allow them to race shoulder to shoulder, there are some races that are specific by gender. But in most cases, it is mixed gender races.
I don't want to sound sexist, but I'm impressed that the female horses race shoulder to shoulder with the male horses. You'd think there would be a size discrepancy or something.
The horses are
You would,
progressive.
yeah, you would actually. That I follow that line of thinking.
Especially in a sport where they want at all costs maximum speed and winning.
Yeah.
It was
That's
also
fair enough.
hilarious.
Phillies fly.
Going into the program, you would see this horse raced at this speed over the last 5 races, and they were at an average. It's very intense.
There, like I said, there is it's the jockey record and information, and then it's the horse. Oh, it's
How much can that jockey really do? Be honest.
the jockey plays weight. I remember at Canadian Derbies, there was like his last name was Beauregard. Like if he was on, the horse was finishing 1-2. Like
What does he know that's so smart? He's just like, faster, you bastard.
Yeah, it's like,
well, he's probably like lighter than everyone, but he also probably knows how to push. And so then all the top horse owners would pay to get him on their horse. It's all political.
It is political.
Yeah, money
I had a
drives the
buddy
whole
who
thing.
that's
Follow
how
the
he
money.
made his
Follow the
picks.
money.
that's why he made his picks. Is he was looking at the standings at the front and he was writing down notes on every race. Like, okay, this guy's doing this tonight, and they'll race like 3 or 4 different horses in the night.
One jockey will run.
Yeah.
That was news to me at Century Mile.
Yeah, no, they ride a bunch of. That's why, like, so at Canadian Derby, it's 12 races. You'll see a guy. I'm like, oh, that guy's back on a horse. I don't even care what the odds are. It's probably winning.
So along those, first race of the night, goodbye, see you later. We had a winner on that one. Jockey was named Mike Hennessy. So anytime I saw Mike Hennessy come back up, I was betting.
And no horse ever races twice throughout the night, right?
No, that's a one. That's a one and done.
Okay. So they would never like run the risk of winning an earlier segment and having to race against themselves on two different horses.
That's the track that has the glue factory right beside it.
You go stand over there.
That joke came out so many times on Friday night.
I think part of the fun of the horse races is threatening to kill them if they don't win. I think that's part of the good fun.
And this segment has been brought to you
By the horse races.
by Century Mile Racetrack.
Don't threaten to kill our horses.
But it was a really good time. I would highly recommend it. And they race right up until New Year's,
Wow.
which is insane
You
to think
can
of.
sit outside in the winter.
Yep.
If you want,
If you want
they,
to,
they have
yeah.
beautiful indoor facilities. Oh, yeah.
beautiful
We sat
indoor
indoors.
facilities.
Because it was cold on Friday.
I showed up way overdressed thinking that I was going to be outside the whole
Right.
time. Very, very sweaty.
Yeah, apparently the New Year's Eve race that they do is like a really, really good time.
Oh, my God.
That sounds like an awesome way to spend New Year's,
I
actually.
think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Shout out to Century Mile for hosting us on Friday. Look forward to heading back.
Absolute blast.
Oh, I don't know why I just thought of this. I've made the health decision. This is a big moment in my life.
What?
Jay yelled at me for
tablet?
this.
Yes. What?
I stopped buying white bread.
Oh,
For the first time since I moved out.
as your appendix, I thank you.
So funny.
I just didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, did you do some research? I didn't just make it up.
No,
we were
you
coming
did not.
back from our summit in Hinton, and I don't know why we started talking about bread in the Nation truck, but then we learned that Tyler's eating white bread.
Well, Jay made a comment. You were like, "Oh yeah, you probably buy white bread," and I was like, "I do."
But then everybody in the truck jumped on you. Like,
Yeah, it's not good for you, man.
As we all eat a credit card worth of plastics every week.
Like there's, and so I should qualify that there are white breads that are good for you, but they're made with like the right flour and the right this.
So I wasn't buying like Wonder Bread. I was buying like the bakery of the grocery store.
Still,
that
that's
they
enriched flour. Stay away from enriched flour.
It was very funny because the look on Tyler's face was so confused why we were attacking him about white bread.
And also, like, yeah, and then like whole wheat and any of the multi-grains or sourdoughs or anything like that, like they got some flavor.
Yeah, I do like sourdough. Sourdough's
See,
good.
yeah,
It's pretty close to white bread.
well.
That's
yes.
why ultimately the health risks I didn't know of. Ultimately, I changed from white bread because it just doesn't taste as good.
Yeah.
But life's all about balance. You may be thinking I'm drinking a nice bottle of water. I put pink lemonade in here. I don't know why. So, yin and yang.
Surprised not cranberry juice.
Is that not good for you?
No, or prune juice. Sorry, something for an old person would drink.
That makes
Cranberry
sense.
juice is good for you.
Yeah, cranberry juice is really good
Flush
for
you
you.
out.
Yeah, it's good for the urinary tract.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Speaking of events we're having as well, because we had our first one on
Why is
Friday.
that, Tyler?
I don't think he even knows the joke.
Yeah.
No.
If you're
You just made a piss joke.
If there's any children listening, you need to put it on your mouse right now.
Yep, everyone stop.
Secondly, if you're hitting them skins, you want to be drinking cranberry juice a lot.
Or else it'll
You look to me like a
stain.
guy who hits skins on the rag.
Well, there's some things I don't. Whatever. Let's just keep going. Just keep going.
No, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to
Sell
unpack
it?
this.
Fine.
You holding on until you get engaged?
Yeah, like Zach.
Wow.
Congrats to Zach Lang.
Oh, yeah, congrats to Zach Lang. Yeah.
Those are good pictures too.
I was like, because I was curious. I was like, who'd you get to take the pictures? Like, how'd you plan it all?
I just asked that before.
And he was like, I just set up a tripod. I was like, so you just did it yourself.
Oh.
And he said that like
So a surprise, like camouflage tripod,
No, he
or
said like we haven't had any nice photos taken together, so I'm going to set up a tripod and just have somebody have some auto photos done.
Yep.
oh, it's all right. Interesting. Okay.
It works.
Yeah.
She
that's
said
great.
yes.
My first thought when I
yes.
saw the photos was, how does this impact Tyler's legacy?
Mm.
Like everyone at work's getting
Oh, Coombsy and Zach have,
They're
totally.
totally dropping like flies in this office.
misses us.
Sorry, ladies. Everyone's taken.
She is the one who brought it up to me. I did not know what happened. And then she goes, did you see Zach and Jenna got engaged? And I was
Isn't
like,
that nice, Tyler?
son of a bitch, Zach.
You say, my lady, we live a real life together.
Mm-hmm.
We own the same furnace.
Yeah.
That's better than being engaged.
Some would argue it is more legally binding.
You're both on the hook for changing the filter.
Yeah.
Changed it this morning.
There you go.
Wow. How often do you change it?
Hourly.
Every 2 months.
That's probably more than 90% of the listeners. So
I
good on
went
you.
through a span where I didn't change it for like 6 months. And then I was like, this is so gross.
It's because of all your good work with Star Mechanical.
Yes, Star Mechanical really whipped me into shape.
I just had my furnace cleaned, so they said every 3 months change that filter.
There's too much adulting going on in this podcast right now for me. I'm not interested in hearing.
It's almost hose bib time or whatever Chalmers says.
I called Chalmers this morning and I said, people are sneaking into the DMs. We need you to give your weather.
And that's just run your hose.
That's just literally
hose
take it
all
off.
I just 24/7 in the winter.
Run
Just
your hose
always
all
have your
winter.
hose running.
All winter, yeah.
Remember that time?
It can't freeze if it's running.
The first year, I was like, I got to do what Chalmers said. So this is what I remembered him saying, but I remembered it wrong. So I unplugged the hose and then turned the tap on. And I'm waiting for it to stop. And then that's when it's ready for the winter. And I'm watching it go and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I'm like, why would it turn off? This isn't what Chalmers was talking about at all. So I just turned the water off and then kind of like ran away. And then that was how I got ready for last winter.
Remember that time
Take the hose out of the yard.
the city thought I used like 30,000 cubic liters of water. It's because I just leave my hose running 24/7. All of them do. All the faucets.
It's a gift to the neighborhood. I go from lawn to lawn, watering everyone's lawn for them. The 700-foot hose.
But it is almost hockey season.
Wow. Okay.
9 days away, and we're throwing our season opening party.
Oh, are we ever? We just
And-
launched on Friday.
Available now at nationgear.ca, and I get a real kick out of reading the ad that I was given verbatim. So I will do that.
All right.
Season opener party on October 11th at our go-to game watching spot, Greta Bar. There will be swag bags, games, unreal food and drinks. You get to hang out with us and a chance to win some sweet prizes, including your chance to win tickets to a very big hockey event coming up at the end of October. Wink.
What do you think it is?
It could be anything, really.
I think Liam hooked us up with crew tickets.
AJHL playoffs?
In October.
AJHL preseason.
Yes.
It's a showcase.
So yeah, you'll have a chance to win tickets to a very big event coming up at the end of October. Wink. Tickets for the season home opener party are on sale now at nationgear.ca. And not only if you win the tickets, you get to go to the game, but you get to go to the game with us.
In Sherwood Park.
Mm-hmm. And maybe
Great burgers.
And maybe we'll have some drinks before that game together.
There will be a bus to and from Sherwood Park from Greta, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Go crew.
Go crew.
You picking up what we're putting down? You might want to attend the season opening party.
Come join us.
The plan is to also debut.
And we're raising money for kids sport. Did it say that?
It does not say that. In the
Oh
ad
my
read I was
God.
given.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
And that and the Crusaders.
Any lawyers listening?
Yeah.
This is a charity event.
Yeah.
You'd feel real bad coming after us legally, but a charity
You
event.
want to go to your
wouldn't you?
law reunion? How are you, Fred? Great. I sued a hockey website for raising money for charity. I'm glad I went to school all those years.
We're also going to debut our new pre and post game show live from Greta at the season opening party. Is at least my plan.
Yeah. Are we revealing the name? Have we nailed the name down?
No, I want Aaron to be, that kind of ruins
Oh,
it a
geez.
little
Cat
bit.
out of the bag. Meow.
But
Aaron Rodgers?
Yep.
On our post-game
He doesn't have anything to do right now.
Well, he's bored. Yeah. He's doing the podcast.
although he
circuit.
said last night he's going to come back and play again this year.
This
No.
He said that last night.
He said last night, and he's already he's on crutches, but he's like walking on crutches kind of thing.
Don't do this
a
to
freak.
Jets fans, man. Don't tease them.
Well, he did like a, different kind of surgery and approach to this whole thing as he does.
Drugs?
Yeah.
You took the horse tranquilizer?
so,
Like
someone
a severed Achilles heel. What are you going to do to
I don't know.
holistically heal?
But he legitimately thinks he's going to be playing football again by January.
January?
The NFL killed 100 quarterbacks in college and stitched all their ligaments together, and so did
All the-
Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers. He's like, I'm feeling good. Got 9 Div 2 QB Achilles heels daisy chained together on my left
Is he
heel.
making like 36 schmil or something like that? You got to say he's coming back if he's making that much money.
It's just a polite thing to do.
Just to sell the jerseys.
How long did it last? Like 75 seconds or something?
4 plays.
We think we're cursed sometimes. That is the hand of God stopping the Jets in their tracks.
Man, I feel for Jets fans. Zach Wilson looked brilliant for 20 minutes. There was a thread.
Yeah.
And then everyone was just getting ready to dump on old Tay for sinking the team. Now Brady Mahomes in the mix too.
Yeah,
Which
last
Cool move to get the quarterback's wife to sit right beside you.
last week I was in Love. I stood for Love. It's too much now. I'm done. No more.
So I didn't watch last night. How many times would you
13.
say? Really?
13 cutaways of Taylor Swift.
That's way too much.
I'm shocked it wasn't more.
And now the NFL is changing all their bios on social media to the Chiefs are 2-0 in the Swiftie era. It's holy shit. Also, the officiating last night was horrendous. I don't know. Did you watch the game?
No.
No one else here watched the game. Okay, it was terrible. It was.
I saw a montage of all 13 cutaways on Instagram.
Did it
That
motivate
watching the
you?
game?
I saw the crew from The Voice opened up the game or something, right?
Yeah, they did.
They're bringing in all the pop culture.
Yeah. Seems like a bit much. So
My
I've sat
favorite
on it.
thing
I'm
is
becoming an old
last
man.
week there was those videos of the girls talking to the guys on TikTok and being like, dating Taylor Swift's going to make this Travis Kelce guy's career. And then the guys would get mad about it.
Yeah.
This week, though, it flipped to the guys being like, have you guys heard of this Taylor Swift girl? Her music career is really going to take off dating Travis Kelce. And the girls get so upset about it. It's good fun.
Well, think about it. There's more Swifties than there are Kelces.
Oh, for sure.
More Swifties than there are fans of the NFL, though.
So this is going to lift Travis more than it can help Taylor.
He gained 900,000 Instagram followers in the first week.
His jersey, and he gets 2/3. NFL players get 2/3 of the jersey sales, and his jersey sales went up by 400%. That's
He's cashing checks too.
Hear me out.
Jeez.
NFL fills up 32 stadiums a week. Taylor Swift only does what? Max 7? So who's bigger?
well, you're going NFL against Swifties.
Yeah,
We're going
Chiefs.
Yeah,
We're just going Chiefs.
Kelce fans, or you
yeah.
talking Swifties?
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But I've had enough of it, is my point. I'm going old man on it.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, do you know how old Chris Kirkpatrick is?
Why?
I just thought.
because he was old then. He's 48.
Okay, so I'll give you a little context.
Oh, my
I saw
Lord.
a photo of him performing at Justin Timberlake's high school with the rest of NSYNC, and he was 24.
Oh shit, he's 51.
He's
Yeah.
51.
Yeah.
So we need to stop, and I'm talking to myself here, talking about NSYNC performing at the Super Bowl. There's a 51-year-old man they're making get up off the couch to sing in a Trolls movie. We need to let him sit.
It's now a human rights issue.
He's 51 years old. He's not ready for NSYNC to come back together and tour. Jesus Christ.
Did you see the
He's
interesting
got
thing
Aaron
about
Rodgers
how
doctors.
that song was uploaded to all music platforms though? So it goes NSYNC featuring Justin Timberlake
Oh,
But you know why, though?
because
I do know
NSYNC hasn't had a song come out in 2 decades, so the algorithm will recognize Justin Timberlake's name
It's
and bumps it up.
I thought it was a dick move at first.
I thought it was a
read
dick move, and then I read about it.
kind of a slap in the face of the rest of the bandmates, being losing
Chris Kirkpatrick's 51 years old, man.
So I was stunned to see that.
well, how old's Kevin Richardson? He's got to be old.
Oh, he
That's
was
a good
old
question.
Because he was old.
Man back
He's got
in the day.
surgery.
Yeah, he's done.
He's
He's done.
also 51.
Oh my
Oh,
Lord. We gotta
jeez.
stop this shit. This is not fair.
Joey Fatone, though, we were making fun of as looking the oldest one last. He's 46.
Yeah.
5 years on Chris Kirkpatrick.
46 and 51 are very different in boy band years.
Amen.
Even in normal years, I would argue. Just in day-to-day life, that's a big gap.
You think 5 years?
Well, like just the optics of those two ages, I think of them very differently.
And then Justin Timberlake has a sports bar now with Tiger Woods called Double T.
He's also got a bar in Nashville.
Justin or
Yeah, called the it's like a few numbers club.
1998-year-old me be like, I think I'd like to go to that bar.
The 1230 Club.
12:30 club. There you go.
They close at 12:30.
Doesn't want to go to
PM.
Tiger
Yeah,
Woods and Justin
PM,
Timberlake
that's
bar.
as late as you'll get me out.
I do want to try his mini golf bar in Arizona.
Tiger
looks
Woods or
legit.
Justin Timberlake?
Tiger Woods.
So
You got a mini golf bar?
Yeah, it's like a hybrid between Top Golf and like a
Yeah, it's
fun
called
mini golf
Shanks.
course.
It shut 8 years ago.
They were fucking ahead of the curve.
they were ahead of the
Shanks
curve.
was awesome.
They were. They just needed Tiger Woods as an investor.
True.
They need that
Still
clout.
Still
That
says
building
Shanks.
stands there, and it's just like the scars remind us the past is real on that.
Because
one, you know?
can the landlord? I don't know if they can chop up the space.
You're going to have to demolish it.
They need Tiger Woods to come move
They'll
in.
know what to do.
They'll franchise it, and there'll be a Tiger Woods.
Shank signage still
JT
up.
thing.
There's still the Oilers Cup things on the outside.
When did
I just
Shanks
drove past
shut?
We should loot it.
We should loot it.
Wow.
Really
Okay.
get in there.
Yeah.
These new studios are
A
airflow.
lot of crime discussed in here.
Crime thoughts. There used to be a Shanks in Calgary, too.
I like Shanks.
It's got
a
to
lot.
be 8 years.
Since it shut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can do the math because I went there and drank, so it could not be more than 8 years. And I went there and did an event when I worked
7
at the
years?
radio station, so it couldn't be more
Was it
than
the draft
6.
for the Alzheimer's tournament?
No, I did like
Looters across the parking lot shut, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause now it's like
That was a victim of COVID.
They've canceled boobs.
Hooters is just not a thing as much anymore, is it?
States,
it's
John
huge.
Daly Deuce has got an NIL deal with them. He's raking it in. And they were like, oh, the Daly family's had a wonderful relationship with Hooters for the past 30 years. That's what they said.
That was the statement.
Yeah, one is a customer, now one is a sponsor.
There are now no Hooters remaining at Edmonton.
Really? Are there any in Canada?
Was there ever multiple locations?
There was apparently
The mall?
What?
Apparently.
Mall and then West End.
Yeah.
But it moved. They were never open at the same time.
I have two addresses here.
I mean,
Both West End?
Both West End.
Yeah, they were never simultaneously.
Oh, so now there's none. None Hooters for you.
what did that one on the West End become? I thought I drove past
It's like
the
a
other day.
buffet or something now.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like a good buffet.
It was a Kelce's originally.
Buffet, boobs.
Yeah, that used to be my post game. Well, I guess Stock and Shells of Safeway was a game. After work, watering hole wing spot was Kelce's
Really?
from my Terralosa Safeway days.
Value priced.
I remember I was at a Hooters once, and this would have been right when I turned 18. My waitress comes over and I go, yeah, I'll get the chicken.
The antlers?
And I ordered chicken fingers. Should have ordered chicken tenders. And she fucking roasted me.
Oh my
Good.
She laughed at me so hard, and it hurt me for a
chicken
long
fingers?
Yeah. I was like, fuck. She's like, you mean chicken tenders?
I think I had to have been 18 at the time, may have had fake ID. Who knows?
A lot of crime.
We'll never know.
Admitted to on this one.
I was probably at that time making $7 an hour and maybe working 8 hours a week, also paying $10 a week in union dues. So do the math. And the grocery guys invite me out. It's a big deal.
Oh, you got like headhunted.
I'm just a courtesy clerk. I'm just bagging groceries,
This is how you
pushing
do it.
carts.
No, it starts.
They invite me. I don't have any money. So I had to call my dad. I said, Dad, I got the call. Grocery guys want me to come for wings with them after the game. I need some money.
He's crying. It's like those videos when someone gets called up to the majors.
I need some money. So he gave me $20.
Nice.
Well, that was
I'll pay you back as soon as the
two
signing
pints of
bonus
beer,
hits.
2 pints of beer, and a full order of wings and a generous tip.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Great days.
And the talks didn't go that well with grocery people.
I made it to grocery. I mean, grocery department probably, within 3 to 7 months.
That's how you get vetted.
Yeah, I was being patched in.
That's cool.
I had to go and commit a crime after to get
You dilute
with just hot sauce all over my face.
We're going to Luke Shanks now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the story about Shanks here.
Okay, I'm excited.
Here's why I'm not that sad Shanks shut down.
Okay.
Because one time I was in there, and they used to have those beer mugs with the handle on them. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Stein? Or no, not a Stein.
They're like kind of got like little dimples all around them on the outside.
Oh yeah, like a traditional
Yes.
beer mug. Yeah,
Oktoberfest beer mug, yeah.
Rocking and rolling. Everybody's doing everything. I'm hammered. It is late in the night. And I order a pint of beer. And I take a sip from it. And I look at it. And I'm like, this beer is weird. It's really cloudy. I hold it up to the light. Somebody had barfed
Oh my
in the glass. And they had run it through the cleaner. And then poured a pint into it. And it was like a barf pint. And I'm like, okay, Wanye, hold yourself together. You're very late in the night. You could just as easily puke
yeah.
because it's late in the night.
And did you?
No, but I called the server over
Might
and
puke
she
right now.
didn't look surprised. She wasn't like, this has never happened in the history of Shanks.
Ah,
She
son of a
didn't
bitch.
say that. She
You
was
got
like,
barf pinted. It's on the wall.
She's like, oh, I'll take that from you. And I was like, I think this happened before. And then I just like kind of went for this long walk around the mini golf course trying to gather my wits. Because that is so disgusting.
Peaceful walk.
True. But you're with your thoughts.
Yes.
We're not peaceful at the time. To drink a barf pint and it wasn't your own barf.
Ugh.
You know what, Shanks?
Ugh.
You kind of had it covered. Can't be
But the
served
mini
no-
golf course was a great idea.
Awesome.
Oh, amazing idea.
And they had the big simulcast horse racing in the corner.
Yeah, they did it all. Yeah, you could bet. Yeah, I remember betting horses. in there.
Attentive glasser, which is a job I just invented for people cleaning glasses.
Yeah, glass QC.
Glassy.
That's how they get you.
In Australia.
Sharing a lot.
So gross.
We're sharing a lot of good memories right now on the podcast.
Just thinking about it.
We're in it's the room of confessions apparently.
Yeah. It also ties into our new sponsor on the show.
Shanks?
No, sadly not Shanks. Alberta Blue Cross. There's only one thing better than sharing memories, and that's making new ones. We can't just sit here and cry about Shanks and the mini golf course and how much fun we had. We got to go out. We got to go make new memories, and that's what Alberta Blue Cross is here to do. Their travel insurance protects your memories and more wherever your travel takes you. Maybe you're going to go coast to coast and just try to find one Shanks location that's being independently operated. Maybe you're going to loot Shanks.
Health insurance.
Alberta Blue Cross, provided all the activities you're doing while on your trip are legal, will insure you. Visit ab.bluecross.ca/travel.
Hell of a qualifying statement there.
Felt like that was an important thing.
Yeah, we have a second nation vacation we're going to be launching with our friends at Blue Cross ASAP. And I've been scouting. I couldn't find a Taco Bell Cantina, but there's like one of the OG Taco Bells in Scottsdale. Just letting you know. It's like one of the.
Find a Hooters. Apparently, they're all over down.
I bet you. Yeah, I bet you there's Hooters there. But there's also a pickleball bar, and then there's a Tiger Woods bar.
Yeah, I think the Tiger Woods bar's in Scottsdale.
Yeah, the other one's in Glendale, which is too far.
Damn. Either way, we're gonna
stay tuned. Probably launching next week. In the meantime, come join us at the launch party.
In the meantime, we're going to step aside for a quick ad break. All right, back on the Real Life Podcast.
I know, right?
Love that product.
We do that on Oilersnation Radio. We come back from the ads and say, Liam loves that product. Yeah. Liam endorses it. And the one time it was eHarmony.
Yes.
Oh, what a great joke. No, I want to talk preseason hockey. You in?
Well,
have you watched a second of it?
I went to a game.
Oh, yeah. I went to a game too.
We were at the same game.
Yes. I was just sitting in a different seat.
Shows you.
And
I could have drank a barf pint that night.
I call myself like just talking. It's so funny how I don't tune in too much into preseason. So that's why I'm like, tell me what I need to know.
I was doing Twitter on, what would that have been? Saturday night against the Canucks?
Oh, I watched a bit of that.
It was a slog.
It's dry.
It's a slog to get through the preseason.
No one's on fire. That's the problem.
Well, and also like the team's good. So like, let's just get on with it.
I have no Ty Ratty award winning candidates right now.
In the decade of darkness, preseason meant something. Cause you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Like we're going to like, this is the year we signed these PTOs. These are the answers. Like you're just glued to it.
And we were good in preseason, even in the decade of darkness.
Oh, unbelievable.
But also every spot was up for grabs. It was like, there's a spot on even as far as the McDavid wing. It was like, there's a spot on McDavid's wing. Who's going to center Taylor Hall? Is
Leonard Petrell?
Are Derek Roy and Nail Yakupov legit? Like all this shit. All that. And now it's just like,
I know it's like, well, the Ross is already done. They're fighting for one spot.
They've already clinched.
And it's like, pretty much. Okay. But there's some exciting storylines like Bo Akey. I wish they gave him some more time, but like there's something there with that guy. So that's exciting.
Potentially.
Lavoie is showing a little bit of stuff, but
beauty goal.
He always fights consistency. That's his issue.
Beauty goal
Holloway is buzzing. Good.
Yep.
Broberg is broing. Is he our bro?
I don't know about that one.
Well, that's the concern.
I think he's
battling.
So who takes his spot?
I still think it's his spot. I know. I think
but like you can't like the way he's playing in the preseason. I don't think you can go put him with Ekholm as like.
Is he waiver eligible? He's still waiver eligible. Isn't
and he doesn't need waivers. I don't think you can send him down again though.
Well, what you don't just put a guy in because you shouldn't. Like, I mean, like I don't.
Hold on. There's only one play out of this. There's only one way. He's under contract. Forced shoulder donation.
Oscar Klefbom.
They're Swedish.
Bring
Oregon
back.
Will take.
The
one shoulder's under contract.
It's apples to apples.
You just ship them over there. And you say, swap them out.
Yep.
Oscar, I know you got a nose job. It's time to bust it again. Yeah, because he's done. That's the worst sign when you get your nose job. And then
he's playing pickleball the other day too. I saw him.
Looks fit. Come back.
Your retirement nose job.
Swing a pickleball racket, but you can't.
It must be hard to know you're Oscar Klefbom and everybody in Edmonton is just like grinding their teeth. Like, I quit for my quality of life. We're like,
I respect it.
I don't understand.
You made a lot of money. You deserve to be happy.
We want you to have the best.
What about Power Play 2 though, Oscar?
Exactly.
You son of a bitch.
You were such good value.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, Oscar.
That sucks.
What else is Lane Peterson looking any good?
God, no. That's the other, like, people are like, oh, Brandon Sutter's gone.
Ernie looking good?
Ernie looks fine.
There is something exciting we can talk about from preseason. Connor Bedard looks.
He's getting 40 goals minimum.
He's shaking and baking, the little bugger.
He's going to get 40 goals without a doubt.
Well, probably not.
All right. Bet.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What are we betting?
Frank said today he's going to get 100 points.
I would not doubt it.
Points.
I would not doubt it. The kid is fucking next level.
Here's my beef with it.
I'm with all that, but like he's going to play in Chicago.
Have you seen the highlight? Have you seen the highlights going viral of what he's been doing? He has not scored in any of them. They're all missed chances.
Yeah, so
He'll start to loop.
Well, he's going to have 40 missed chances this year. Ooh.
okay. So what are we betting?
Well, the tough part for me to take this wager is I think he'll get like 36 or 37.
Is that 40?
No, I don't think it's 40.
Okay. So then what are we betting?
What do you want to bet?
I don't know. It's got to be something funny.
39.5 sounds like the over-under.
Doesn't have to be money. It has to be something funny.
You can't eat junk food for a year like Connor Bedard doesn't.
You have to eat white bread for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you have to eat what Connor Bedard.
That's a death sentence. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
FaceTime.
I got the bread. It had like large chunks of grain on the outside. Very neat.
Yeah, I got the bread with the sprinkles on the outside. It's a donut.
Yeah.
Describing
And the cream filling.
Yeah, I got the bread with the cream filling. It's a Twinkie. You're describing it.
Okay, we need to keep thinking about this, but there's got to be something.
There's got to be some. Send us ideas. What should Jay and I
Yeah,
bet?
let's take some ideas.
Yeah. What if we did something along the lines of like, if he gets it? Oh, no, that won't work. I was going to say if he does get it, my punishment is from like when he gets it till the end of the regular season. But then I was like, oh, if he gets it in like game 82.
What if he gets in game 41?
Wow.
40 and 40. And it's something absurd. Like
He's scoring his first game of the season.
First shift?
First shot?
Oh, you know.
I don't know.
Imagine
But
he just roofs one and opens.
He will score in his first game without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Chicago is just like, nobody talk about the last 4 years. Only Connor Bedard.
nobody talk about the fact he's playing on a line with Taylor Hall and Taylor Radish.
Double Taylors. Yeah, but he's Connor Bedard. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
I think he's going to be very, very good. And I think the people who are saying he's going to get like 60 points are very low on that. I just think
100 is a lot.
he's going to get 40 goals.
60
plus.
assists?
So you think he's
I
better
don't know
than
what this
McDavid?
is.
Is he going to get 100 points though?
Because he scored 40 goals. He's going to be... I'm not saying he's better than McDavid.
McDavid didn't do that as a rookie.
He got hurt.
Still wasn't going to score 40, I don't think.
Yeah,
You don't know.
but he didn't turn into a goal scorer for
You don't
2
know
seasons.
Brandon
He was a
Manning
point
really-
machine.
You don't know he wouldn't have scored 100.
The only reason I don't think that he'll do it is one, Chicago's going to be terrible. Two, he's
Sidney Crosby got 100 points when and the Penguins were like last place.
McDavid wouldn't have gotten 100 points if he was healthy.
You know what, Tyler?
I'm not saying he's getting 100 points. I'm
You're
just saying
he's better than McDavid
what the fuck? I've never said that once.
because he's going to do better in his rookie season. His trajectory will then be better.
He'll probably get like 70 points. It'll be like 40 goals, 30 assists or something silly.
Okay.
Or 40 and 40. He's going to be good.
going to be very good.
Just admit it, Tyler.
Oh, I
you
agree.
hate Connor Bedard.
Personality of a 100-point rookie.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's got the focus.
I like hockey. Did you see that interview?
Yeah.
He's going to need a lot of things to go right to get there. And Chicago's going to be very
Is
bad.
Brandon Manning
What is it?
retired?
What has to go right? He's going to get first line. He's going to get all the opportunity, every fucking second of it.
Everybody else is just going to only have to watch only him. That's why I think, like, if anything's going to slow him down, it's just that NHL defenseman can focus on only.
They're actually just going to put 2 guys on him and leave 1 guy open just because it's
Just
the
the
Hawks.
rest of the lineup's garbage.
He practices so hard. That's what
He makes his own. Just like Connor McDavid. He makes his own time and space, man.
But like his off-season training, he is busting his ass on every single.
Hasn't had junk
shift.
food in his entire life.
What
Quadzilla.
a freak!
Which
It
I
can't
call
be
bullshit
true.
on that.
It can't
I also,
be true.
There's no way.
There's no
It
way.
can't be true. And what they're lying about that, what else are they lying about? 9/11.
The Hawks would never lie about things.
I know they're noticed to be very, very forthcoming. With all
We
this.
shouldn't lump Connor Bedard into that. It's not his fault. But I don't
Did you
know.
see him get mad about somebody walking on the logo on the carpet the other day?
I fucking
He did?
I hate that
Yeah.
tradition
I
so
hate
much.
it. Stop
Why?
putting logos on the fucking
Yeah, just
carpet.
don't. But if it's on the carpet, don't step on it.
No, oh my lord. What? I just think it's the dumbest shit
So
ever.
Connor is now defending the Hawk,
No, Connor Bedard was.
but like he was defending. Don't step on that
somebody
shit?
like a media guy walked over the
Didn't
black.
Messier one punch somebody for putting their jersey?
He
on the
one
ground?
punched everyone.
But wasn't there a famous story about someone throwing their jersey on the ground and Messier coming over and being like, "We don't do that."
If you
I love
That makes
that.
more sense to me than using a rug as a rug is meant to be used.
also the logo's on center ice and they skate over it all the time.
Different.
If you don't
How?
like it, put it on the roof like everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Also,
yeah,
if
that I
something-
agree with. But if
something
it's
is
on,
so
if it's on the
sacred,
ground,
don't put it where shoes belong. I don't know. I just think it's so dumb when people get mad about it.
The logo's so sacred, but then like here's a thong with it on.
Yeah, girl.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The logo's so sacred. Here it is on a barbecue cover for $89 on NHL.com.
Exactly.
Are you barbecuing Columbus Blue Jackets or aren't you?
Well, are you walking on the cover? No.
You chuck it on the ground though. Like,
Yeah, like
You walk on your barbecue cover? That's weird.
inadvertently
it
sometimes.
goes on the ground.
Probably.
Who is the least, we'll go around the room. Who is the least interesting NHL team for merchandising? Like if somebody were to give you Columbus Blue Jackets oven mitt, what would be the team that you were least interested?
Like it's probably Columbus.
No, it's the Islanders for me.
I've always liked the Islanders logo because blue and orange. It looks good.
But it's like, I don't know, hard to draw.
It's hard not to pick
Hard to draw. Oh, you can draw a CBJ logo, no problem.
From memory.
Could probably get closer. Like you got to draw the island.
CBJ
somebody
is
who
so
draws,
boring.
as somebody who draws the logos regularly for Frank's picks, I will take the Islanders logo over the CBJ logo.
Really?
Every time. 100%.
Well, see, I just have that soft spot
Calgary.
for the Blue Jackets.
Calgary's garbage.
Oh, but some of Calgary's gear is sweet.
Really, Tyler? Like what?
How about when we were walking down the street in Calgary? There's all these like 6 kids coming in
Leafs jerseys.
Leafs jerseys. We're like, what the hell?
Leafs aren't even in
And we
town.
walk past them. We're like, oh my god, Frank Saravalli.
Really?
Oh yeah, they
They
fan
lost
one
their
on Frank, and then one guy's like, "You're Taylor Hamchunk."
Just butchered my name, and I was like, close. And then Frank and I went to the Tim Hortons in Calgary, and the guy working the ordering counter, I walked up first. Frank was behind me. He goes, "Hey, you're the Oilersnation guy." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my god, that's awesome." And then the look on his face when he looks and sees Frank with me, it was like his brain melted. He was like, "Frank Saravalli at my Tim Hortons?" Like, he goes, "I'm a Canes fan," and Frank goes, "Why?" That was insane.
Canes isn't the worst teams.
Yeah, like vibeless jerseys and all that.
If I got a Carolina Hurricanes barbecue cover,
Yeah.
live at about 2000.
Minnesota Wild. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, but now,
Well, now that I know it's a bear, I think it's cool. I
they're
can't
also-
believe I didn't know it was a bear.
they're
It's a fucking
slowly-
bear,
They're slowly moving back to the Minnesota North Stars, color
which is
scheme.
also cool.
And I'm
Just
good
sick.
with that. But like the Wild.
Yeah.
Did you see Tom Brady showed up in a Expos jersey?
Yeah, that's
Doing
sick.
the
Eh?
They're coming back.
He's the owner.
He's going a level above MLS.
They put it
He's
back
dunking
in the
on him.
Big O? They're like, it's still standing.
Kind of.
It's still being paid off.
Still there.
Tom Brady like pitches out of the pen too. He's like, "We're
Yeah.
back," and
Yeah.
also I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm playing. That's why I retired.
Speaking of baseball, and also this ties into the dumb traditions side of things. Did you see people like freaking out that the Jays were popping champagne after clinching the playoffs?
To me, it's one of those things where it's like
They failed their way in.
they celebrate. Well, this is all baseball. It's not just Jay's thing. They celebrate making the playoffs so hard,
So hard.
and it's weird to me.
Because I think it comes from the traditional side of the sport of like, it used to be 8 of 30 teams made it. Like it was fucking hard. And you were only making the playoffs, or at least 3 of the 4 teams, if you won your division. So like you grind for 162 games, you win your division, like go ahead, pop the champagne. Like
I don't know why it bothers me that they all wear goggles when the champagne's flowing. Just take it right in the eyes like a man. You know?
I do think it was a little bit much. I do think it's a little much. Yeah, it's gonna do more.
That's the name of my sex tape.
Oh,
You got to recover. You got to get rid of that. I don't want them to know the name of my sex tape. I want them to rent it.
That's
I
my
have to pay
sex tape.
good money for
It's
it.
fine.
The kids are listening.
They did back their way in though.
they did win 18 of their final 30 though.
Yeah,
Decent.
it was fun. It was a fun weekend.
Are you excited for it? Do you have the itch?
I'm not excited about like why is it that their games are at 2:30? I get like 4:30 Mountain, even 4:30 Eastern. I should say even that is a shitty start time.
Yep.
Why?
But it's the second game of the day too, like Rangers and Rays fans. I think it's so dumb how baseball all year will have like games that start at the same time. You play 162, then they get to the playoffs and they're like, you cannot have 2 baseball games on at once. Are you fucking insane?
I don't get it. It's like so tomorrow we're all going to be crowded around the TVs watching Jays, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But a 2:30 start sucks ass.
Also, people with normal jobs are
You
like
can't
kind of
watch it.
fucked.
Totally fucked.
It's really dumb of Major League Baseball. It'd be so much better if these games started at 5 or 6 o'clock. You could go to an establishment with your boys, like sit and watch it properly. Instead, you lose a bit of the vibe.
Why can't you do like the NHL does, where it's like you got your 5 o'clock pitch, which is 7 o'clock
Yeah.
Eastern, and then you do a Western game later in the evening?
Totally good.
Why can't you do that?
Or
You play the games at 2 in the morning.
Probably that's more likely to
Nothing
happen
else
than
on
having
TV.
them
You'd have
appropriately
100%.
timed.
It's so dumb. It really does drive me nuts.
So yeah, I am excited about watching the Jays, and I was happy that they clinched on what would have been Saturday, so that Kevin Gausman didn't have a pitch yesterday.
That was huge.
You know, the start time rattled me.
Why are there so many baseball games here, Chuck?
Revenue.
The TV network still wanted more daytime content. They just kept growing and growing.
But it's insane because you'll see like, a Pirates game on a Tuesday in May, and it's like announced attendance today, 11,000. And it's like, well, fuck, people are going.
That's the
Paid attendance. Yeah. Like season tickets, whatnot.
Are the A's done now, or they have one more year?
I think they have one more.
Oh,
It's so bad. Can you imagine if your wife came in and was like, I'm leaving you in 2 years. I already have a new boyfriend,
I already know where I'm going.
but we're just gonna
run this thing out.
We're gonna run this thing
Can
out.
you imagine trying to sell season tickets to the A's next year to people? And you're like, come on, buy tickets.
Oh, did you see the extra layer of the Miguel Cabrera thing that they did?
No,
Okay, so Miguel Cabrera, legend of the game, final year.
he's on his victory lap.
So he did his victory lap, and every place he went to for the last time gave him a gift. It's like Jays, whenever they do this, they'll give him like a custom Canada Goose jacket.
That's cool.
And like things like that. The Oakland A's gave him a bottle of wine.
Off the rack.
People looked it up. It's a $90 bottle of wine. Everywhere else was giving him like, Texas, they gave him custom cowboy boots, And then they didn't even bother to look this up. Miggy's a recovering alcoholic. He hasn't drank in like 5 years.
No.
Oh,
no.
And he had to stand up there and smile with his $90 bottle of wine in front of the
one person clapped in the stands.
in front of 18 Oakland A's fans and be like, thanks. Are you fucking kidding me? Other places gave him like paintings and plaques. And they're like, someone was like, shit, we didn't get anything from Miggy. Everyone loves wine.
Like, look across the street. All we have are liquor stores and check cashing places.
Yeah.
Go cash a check and get some liquor.
Our friends at Betway have the Blue Jays BM as underdogs in this series against the Minnesota Twins. And
How did the Jays match up against the Twins this year?
Last time they faced Pablo Lopez, it was like back in May, but they got to him pretty good. Blue Jays versus Twins. I don't know how they did against them is the short answer. I don't remember at all.
Mm-hmm. Baseball
guy. I do a Jays podcast.
Good.
You think I'd know that?
Love
I do
baseball.
Yeah, I just love playoff baseball. We're getting to that time of year.
yarning for an affiliated reason.
I'm looking forward to watching the Jays in the playoffs. It sucks that it's at 2:30 now.
But that's almost more motivation for them to win round one, because then you get real playoff baseball in round two.
You don't get treated like a fucking toddler.
You want me to fix baseball on the fly? Here we go.
Please.
5 more innings per game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start it out.
May as well.
Top of 14th, they'll say. I don't think there's enough games in this season. I think we're barely scratching the surface.
Double it even.
Double header.
It's
What
a
about a
full-
triple header?
It's a full calendar year. It's a 300 game regular season and then playoffs. And then as soon as
Every
it's
team
done,
makes it.
and as soon as
Back
it's
on.
done, it's like
Game one again.
back game one.
The World Series final game's a double header at the season opener of next game.
We did it. We won.
Well, see you on the field.
Back at it.
Yeah, back on the mound.
Kind of feels like that's how European soccer works too. Only because I follow it from like a very peripheral, and it's always like, oh, this big tournament, like Real Madrid did it. Can you believe it? Wow. I know they're not like European. And then it's like, well, they're back playing in the tournament tomorrow. What the fuck?
Speaking of baseball, did you watch that documentary, The Saint of Second Chances, on Netflix?
No.
Fantastic.
What's it about?
It was about the guy who came up with the plan, the disco sucks thing from back in the day, where it turned into like a riot in the stadium.
Yeah, they destroyed all the records.
Yeah, so it was about that guy trying to get back into baseball, essentially after being blackballed.
Was he a promoter of the game, or what was his job?
Yeah, like he was in promotions for the game. So then he came in as like a minor league team, and he was trying all kinds of kooky shit. And he signed Darryl Strawberry when he was having issues and was kind of blackballed from the MLB. It was really good documentary. It was fun.
Cool.
You know what I'm looking forward to is the Beckham documentary.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Really?
100%. That comes out this week.
It's cool.
4-part series, I think.
They're cool. They made it work, man. They've been together for a long time.
You think it's all about Posh?
Probably.
I hope so.
Her clothing line's pretty awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Victoria Beckham Designs.
Not super familiar with it.
Do you even like soccer?
No, I clearly made that, or I made that clear. Hockey season's just around the corner. 9 more days, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Only 3 more preseason games left.
Oh, dear. There's too many preseason games. I don't want to be controversial. I'm sure this
Too many
will
by
divide
half.
the room.
Too many by half.
There should be 4. Players should have negotiated it, but they all like money, so
The NHL is just like, add 5 more preseason games.
Where would you? Yeah, like where do they draw the line? Clearly, it's 8, but you know
How many
what I mean.
games in an MLB season? 168.
162.
2. There's lots of upward growth room.
But also think about how many preseason games baseball plays too. They play a full month of playing every day.
They have a whole like separate stadium and shit.
It's like 162 is not enough.
And that's not even including spring training, is it? Isn't it spring training then preseason?
Yeah, so I think you play 26 spring training games.
So that's considered preseason.
Yeah. So you play
too many.
So like if a team goes on to win the World Series, they play more than 200 games a year.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine being your baseball player that plays 200 games a year, and then you look at somebody in the NFL and they've got an 18-game schedule? Obviously, much different sports.
And the brain's a little scrambled.
Can you imagine
brain's a little bit more gooey?
The Padres fans, when they lose game 2 of the preseason, they're like, Padres gonna Padre. The season's already over, bro.
We can't hit righties again.
Yeah,
We're fucked.
I guess we don't have any kind of whatever.
Like, are baseball fans amongst their 26 preseason games getting as angry about
Probably.
who's playing where as Oilers fans are about preseason line combos?
Oh, the amount of people who are like,
hardcores.
fucking Woodcroft can't play Lavoie in the top 6. What the hell's wrong with him?
Oil gonna oil.
It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't even think Raph Lavoie gives a shit that he's not playing in the top 6 tonight.
He's given up on his own career.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
I expect to go to the HL.
Yeah, I got 800 grand guaranteed. That's a lot for someone my age.
Guaranteed?
He got 800 grand on this deal. Yeah, 860.
Something like that, yeah.
Even if he plays in the A?
Yeah,
That's a one-way deal,
All
yeah.
right.
one way ticket.
One-way deal for 860.
Yeah, it's a good ticket.
That's good money.
Good living if you can get it.
It's always funny when you're be like, oh man, dirt cheap contract. And then you're like, wait, he's like 23. Like, if I was 23 and someone gave me 800 grand, I would go insane. Lose half of it to taxes.
Face tattoos for
If someone gave me 400 grand at 23, I would go insane.
Would you get a Brazilian butt lift? That'd be the first thing I would do.
New
So I was
cheeks?
getting that AHL money, them new clapping cheeks.
Absolutely. Everywhere you walk,
shit.
you're getting applause.
Yeah,
Fucking right.
exactly. Wearing like juicy couture sweatsuits around
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah. AHL hockey.
And you're so good, but no NHL team will call you up.
you get a BBL.
My guy's playing patty cake everywhere he goes.
I apologize to the people.
children.
I apologize to the people who watch this show or listen to the show with their kids.
And to people who have BBLs.
Oh, speaking of people who definitely listen,
Inspiration to all of us.
people who listen to this show with their kids. The guy I met in BC, Seymour, at Seymour Runs on Instagram. Did you see he was listening to our podcast from the top of the Swiss Alps?
That was the same guy?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So sick. He's like on vacation. He's like DMing me. He's like, dude, listening like so high in the air. And then he goes, it's probably the highest up your podcast's ever been listened to. And then he immediately goes, well, actually, no, I've listened in a plane. So yeah. But
He's like, this is the highest you've ever been. You're like,
but he listened from the top of a mountain in the Swiss Alps.
that's sick.
Gangster as hell.
That's sick.
Yeah, he's really cool.
That's the guy you bumped into the cafe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He DM'd us. He was like, I can't believe I made it on the podcast. I was like, I can't believe you knew who the hell the boys were. Like, that is far more unlikely.
That's something. All right. Well, Jay left. I don't know if
looking in the analytics from time to time, seeing where people listen from.
Where do people listen from?
I'm gonna look. Let me open it up.
Any reviews while we're doing this, Check?
That's a good idea. Also, again, just for people listening, Jay left the room. We are not just ignoring Jay. It's not like his mic doesn't work.
Yeah.
Happened on an episode of Oilers Nation Radio on Friday, though. Liam's mic turned off halfway through the episode.
Oh, good.
So he had to go back and you could like kind of hear him like off in the distance on the other mics. So he had to go back to the episode and cut out all of his talking points. So now it just sounds like if you go back and listen to ONR, there's no Liam in it, but he was there the whole time. Hilarious. All right. Any new reviews? Oh yeah, we do have a new review. This one came in on September 26th. Do you want that one or do you want this one from the DFO rundown titled Get Rid of Gregor? No. The one for Nation Real Life is 5 stars from the rookie. It says Tyler the Swiftie. 5 stars. Look, I don't know if Kelce Swizzle is legit, but I do know Tay Tay has exactly 372 songs about getting dumped and -3 songs about...
Oh my.
Jesus Christ, man.
Children.
Coincidence?
No.
Probably not.
Make sure you edit that.
Uremchuk still owes Wanye $50 to bet on the Oil winning the cup. This piece of shit... No. That's wrong. It said this POS. I thought it meant to say pod. This pod makes as much sense as this review, and you should listen, or else Chalmers will yell at you for pulling straight into a parking stall. That's taking the easy way out, yet chumming takes talent, apparently, and then just ended it with fucking Tyler. What did I do? What'd I do? Why are you saying fuck me for?
Fun locations. Last 6 months. Serbia.
Okay.
Mozambique.
Okay.
Namibia.
Sure.
New Zealand. Japan. Indonesia.
Ooh.
South Korea.
North Korea?
Nah.
Damn it. Why can't we get in that market? Once we figure it out, though.
Chile, Peru, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador.
St. Albert?
No. Never heard of it. Iceland. A lot of cool places.
Iceland?
Yeah. A lot of cool places in the
Oh, I
podcast.
wish I was in Iceland.
Norway. Shout out to our Scandinavian friends.
Shout out to Norway.
And shout out to Wilhock Beef Jerky, the #1 beef jerky for people in Norway. WilhockBeefJerky.ca, 3 spots to pick it up. In Edmonton, you know it, you love it. I have a bag outside this podcast studio that I brought for lunch.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Really?
I want to eat it.
Why are you trying to grab a piece of this?
Yeah.
You're trying to
If it's
turn it
Wilhock
into
beef jerky? Yeah.
You're trying to turn it into fucking socks. I'm not letting you anywhere near my beef jerky.
I just want a nice, what are those? A bolo tie out of beef jerky.
Oh, that'd be cool. Dangly.
Yeah. Look great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's a wrap on this episode.
We gotta get rid of the